Er ist Botschafter in Genf und hier in Bern für die palästinensischen Behörden.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, good evening, مساء الخير, Arif Shalom, guten Abend, I learned that now. I would like to greet all of you and to thank you for your interest and your support for the Palestinian cause. And I will use this opportunity to express my highly appreciations for the organizers, the supporters, the sponsors, and the co-sponsors of this event and exhibition, and the citizens of Bern. And I think that it's a very strong message for my people, that we are not alone. I will take this opportunity to talk on two short issues, a very brief and a quick one, because I know that speaking a lot on the politics is boring sometimes. And Nakba, it's very difficult and tough word in our history. It means in English, disaster or catastrophe. By your support and understanding, I think that we are sure that we will change that for a hope, for justice, for peace, and for our right, the simple right, to express or to practice our right to self-determination in Palestine. Why we call that a Nakba? You know, Your Excellencies and ladies, that the General Assembly in 1947 decided to divide Palestine, not Israel, Palestine, for two states. One for the Jews and the other for the Arabs. 55% from historical Palestine goes to the Jews, 44 for the Arabs, and 1% for Jerusalem under the international supervision. What's happened after that? Few months after that, Israel declared its independence. It was 15 May 1948. Some of the Jew gangs like Haganah, Aragon, Lehi, and the Israeli army forced the Palestinians by committing a series of terroristic actions against them. They damaged more than 500 villages, and I think I saw some pictures up in the exhibition talking about that. And partially damaged some of the towns and the Palestinian villages. And they deported the Palestinians from those areas, and by de facto, they occupied half or the 44% which was being decided as an Arab state. After that, 1967, the Israelis also occupied the rest of that half, the 22%, it's West Bank, East Jerusalem, and Gaza. Now we are suffering in different way. Half of this part, West Bank, Gaza, and East Jerusalem, is totally under the Israeli settlers' responsibility or occupation. So we have now, and we can see, as partially 11% from historical Palestine still under the occupation. So we are trying with our neighbors, the Israelis, to find a peaceful solution, and we convinced that one day they should realize the realities. So we need you as supporters of justice and fighters for that, for freedom, against oppression and injustice in this world, to help the Israelis. Please, I'm asking you to help the Israelis to realize the reality that they should end their occupation to other people. Our problem in Palestine is not a religious one. Maybe you know that in 2000, 2 years ago, we celebrated with all of the world 10,000 years of establishing the first city in history, the Palestinian city, Jericho. So the Palestinians are there before Jews who came from Egypt and before Christians started from Palestine and before Muslims came to this area from Hijaz or Saudi Arabia. So the Palestinians are there. No one can kick us from our land, and we are not discovered by Christopher Columbus. We are there. So, I think that this event for Nakba is a very important for all the supporters of this message, and I think that Switzerland and the people of Switzerland, and I see through your faces your interest in being with us for 1 hour and a half now, listening, and I have nothing to add after the previous speakers. I think they are also a very strong messengers and ambassadors for peace and injustice from your city.